Good evening, this evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank God it's Friday. Beautiful day of the week. Yes, thank God it's Friday. It's a weekend and we outside. Of course, we must surely jollificate. We must surely flange. We must surely relax. Are you with me? The weekend is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm here. We'll like to ask you, how is you? Hope your day went amazing. Hope the week went as amazing as it should. Hope you're just chill and super ready for this particular weekend. Are you going out? Are you staying in? Are you sick? Health then they whine you, or better still, are you super pumped and ready to flex all through the weekend? This is FameIdols Hangout. This is what we'll talk about all that's going on in the lives of your favorite celebrities. And of course, we do this Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. This is the 17th day of the month of July 2026, and we outside. Joy, good evening this evening.
Yes, so Tita, good evening. How you day? How is the weather where you are? Hope it is good because I mean, some of my friends have been telling me one or two things because it seems as if the weather is different. You know, the way it is. You know, in some places it's raining, some places it's not raining. You know, that kind of thing. So I want to hear from you, our fans. You know, how is it where you are? Okay, and somebody said something. People should be careful this season, because it seems, children are coming down with malaria, typhoid, and all that. Here on FameIdols, we care about you and want you to really take care of yourself. Well, today, normal level, now we don't enter again now with all the beautiful gist inside Ogbodo Entertainment. Please, where are you watching us from? We want to hear from you, and we also want you to follow us on our site. Okay, don't forget, if you have one beautiful talent you want to showcase, please follow us on www.fameidols.com. Show your talent here. Somebody might be watching here. You don't know who's gonna call you, make you collect something, put for inside pocket. Also, we will continue.
Yes, of course. As Joy rightfully pointed out, the weather this period is actually unpredictable. You could actually be going from my 2 down to Lagos Island, CMS, the island, and the rain will beat you. Rain will beat you in my 2. You will be dripping wet. I mean, all your body will be soaked. And when you get to CMS, you see sunlight. So you will not be looking very confused because the rain is falling in my 2, but it's not falling in CMS. You have to start explaining to people, do not be angry. It is rain that is falling, and people will not enter vehicle with you. They will enter bus up, okay? They will not be dodging you. You will be telling the rain fell in my 2. So you just have to be prepared. I don't know if you're leaving the house, leave house with umbrella and raincoat at the same time. There is this conversation that is going around right now. People are trying to compare umbrella and raincoat, saying raincoat is way better than umbrella, but people are not ready for that particular conversation. And speaking of talents, do you have that particular God-given talent of yours? Do you want to make money? I mean, cool cash from your talent that you've been doing for a very long time. Finally, we'll present to you an opportunity to make as much as 1 million naira and other consolation prizes from the FameIdols Got Talent Season 2. This is a talent-based competition. No wuru-wuru, no mago-mago, no imamado, no I know somebody to know somebody. The moment you have the talent, the moment you play that by the rules, you will definitely emerge the winners. Yes, we will definitely emerge the winners. We are God-fearing. We do things by the book. We do not use to cheat or do any mago-mago inside. So use your talents to make money for yourself. Get signed up on our sites in order to participate fully in the FameIdols Got Talent Season 2. That being said, let me give you a sneak peek of what to expect on today's program. I mean, Funnybone is in the news. Funnybone, the comedian, come out to let people know a part of him that a lot of people might not actually be aware of. No worry, we will let you know everything about that as the show progresses. Whitemoney is also in the news. Big Brother Nigeria Whitemoney is in the news, together with our veteran Nollywood actor Richard Mofe-Damijo, joining his voice to a particular issue that has been of concern of late. Our very own Uche Ogbodo, that is her husband, don't finally come outside to talk in the trending. I don't. Should I call it trending divorce? I be trending gobe. I be trending problem. She don't finally put her own voice for inside, and then he made a statement after a long while of being completely silenced. This is an indication why I think, or should I say, this is an indication why you should stay on this particular program. If you know anybody that actually wants to know what's going on in the entertainment world, share. Yes, share the link with that particular person and let the person know that we're active on every social media platform. If you're like my elder brother that doesn't do Facebook and it's only X you are doing, we're active on X. If you don't do X, you don't do Facebook, you do only TikTok, we're active on TikTok. If you know you don't do any social media platform, but you are YouTube movies is 5 and 6, we're active on YouTube. Just stay logged in and stay with us as we dive right into the topic of conversation for today. Now, Nigerian comedian that is Chibonna Stanley, popularly known as Funnybone, has actually revealed that it's deliberate, it's intentional. In fact, na such a way he know do to actually keep his wife and children away from social media. Speaking in a recent episode of the Murayo show, Funnybone said that he doesn't flaunt his family on social media because he prefers to keep his personal life private. According to the host asked him, "Are you married?" Funnybone replied, "Yes, I'm married with 2 kids." The host asked, "But you don't put them out there as much as we would love for you to do as a celebrity." And she asked why. Funnybone replied, "In a world where people are just there to look at what is not looking at them, it is safer for you to keep your personal life private. Outside and on the stage, I'm Funnybone, but at home, I am Chibonna." On where he sees the Nigerian comedy industry in the next 10 years, Funnybone said, "We are hoping to export our craft globally to the world. And for that to happen, the ecosystem needs to change. So we need to change our approach to production, packaging, and marketing of comedy in Nigeria." Now, to say a little bit on those, I am of the opinion that the comedy industry is already being exported. I mean, there is dedicated days in which Nigerian comedians host comedy shows outside the country. I mean, you'd see the likes of Basketball doing tours in UK, doing tours in different countries that are not Nigeria, even African countries. You'd see Basketball, you'd see the Stalker, you'd see a lot of them, and there is already, should I say, the comedy space. Nigerian comedians are already putting themselves on the global map. If you're listing comedians, as in, it has gotten to that particular point. But now, Basketball joked about it once and said he traveled. He traveled and got to the airport abroad. They were like trying to find out what are you coming to this country to come and do. He can't they shock, like, you don't know who I am. You don't know me. They say, "Who are you? We don't know." He said, "Check online." You know, that's a prestigious, proud moment when you say, "Check online, Google Bright or Culture." You understand? And then apologies come they fly left, right, and center. I mean, it's something else. They're already causing, I'm going to use causing trouble. Yes, already causing trouble in a good way all over the world. It's not just in Nigeria anymore. In fact, in Africa, it is everywhere. The comedians are becoming a force to reckon with. They've packaged comedy to that particular point whereby it is even being sought after outside the country. So I know there is more to still be done. According to Funnybone, there is still a whole lot more to be done. But then, speaking about keeping your family offline, yes, keeping your I do not know why some fans were saying, I'm trying to understand why some fans are saying, is it that you are trying to keep them private or you're not proud of your wife and children? This is somebody trying to let you know that this is what works for me. This is the way I want it to be. You should be able to say, okay, you want this or you don't want this. Yes, there are a lot of families, or should I say there are a lot of celebrities with their business all over social media. Davido is one of them. I could list a couple of them whereby you would know that, in fact, they are outside. Adekunle Gold, Simi, and their children. They are all over social media. But there are some celebrities that till this very moment, you will not see them flaunting their family. I would always use our very own Ramsey Noah as an example because he has been married for years. And I do not know what his wife looked like. I don't know what his children look like. So Funnybone is coming out to come and let people know that for reasons best known to him, it is best for him to keep them off social media. Now, somebody asked a question, and it would have been amazing to have Funnybone answering this particular question. This person was trying to say, do you know the amount of favors and, should I say, opportunities that you are denying your children from by keeping them private? That it would have been super amazing that they might be getting favors, they might be getting opportunities if people know that this is this person's son. I can remember that particular video that went viral where Kanayo were telling a particular group of crew members that they should not favor his son because that they know that it is Kanayo's son. That he's trying to get into the film industry, he wants to go behind the camera. They should do everything possible for him to learn the craft the way it is supposed to be. They should not be easy on him. They should not take it easy on him. In fact, they should be as strict as possible so the boy can learn. So this particular fan is saying there are a lot of benefits, there are a lot of opportunities behind these people by keeping them off camera. But I feel he has his reasons, and his reasons should be respected. Joy, keeping a family offline or online, which do you think is preferable for a celebrity?
No, you know what? As a celebrity, they have reasons for doing what they do. Are you getting? They have reasons for doing what they do. Like, okay, someone who is an actress, she has a daughter or a son, and maybe the child may be in, primary school, elementary, and she wants this child to go into acting. You do not know if at that age the child wants to do that. You may ask him, "Oh, do you want to act?" And the child will say, "Oh yes, I want to do what mommy is doing. I want to do what daddy is doing." But when they grow up, they might decide not to do that again. So if you decide, okay, you push them into acting and they start acting, acting like, children's roles, child role, and then, they're making something, growing up and all that. Do you know that because of that exposure they have, there are certain things that they will do. There are certain things that they will do that people will see it. People will really criticize it. The way they will criticize it, be like, "Oh, is it not that person's child? Is it not that person's child?" I'm trying to make you understand that some of these people, they have everything we do have, the positive and the negative aspects of everything. Okay, and whichever you do, you should know that you get to live with the decision you make. Okay, you get to live with the decision you make, because some children that went into acting early, some of them will say that their childhood was taken away from them. Playing with their friends, going to birthday parties, some things were taken away from them. They could not just walk on the road easily, just like that. You see them walking on the road, people are, "I want to snap with you, I want to do this, I want to do that," those kind of things. It was taken away from them, just, being free with their friends. Okay, and sometimes those privileges, if you're not able to bring your child up, properly, those privileges, sometimes those favors they enjoy because they are related to you, can help the child start feeling like they don't have to put in the work to do anything. Oh, because it's my dad or it's my mom, then they feel that everything can be handed down to them, and that is not so. It's not the way it is. Although people have their reasons for doing whatever they do, and whichever, we have to respect their decision. And a lot of fans were, supporting what Funnybone said. An actor. I'll give an example of an actor. This actor said that everybody in the movie, everyone knows him as rich chief in movie. They know him that he's rich, he has money, he's this, he's that, but they don't even know that he is not rich in real life. He said it is very dangerous for him posting his children on social media. Why? Because somebody supported, saying that when your children go to school, maybe they are in the university, and everyone knows that, oh, this child is the son or the daughter of this person. They feel, oh, your daddy is rich, your daddy is rich. Sometimes you could expose them to certain friends that they are not supposed to have. Imagine you start having some bad friends, and you see what they call a lot of billing. A lot of billing comes in. A friend was saying, and there may be a lot of billing without knowing what one is going through. They don't even know what the family is going through. They don't know if the father really has, or because they see it online, they see it in the movie, oh, this person's father is rich, and then they just assume that, oh, that's the way it is. Okay, and they don't know if that child really has something or not. Okay, so people just, you just need to respect whatever it is that they want to do. Okay, some children, they don't choose parents who are famous and all those things. So sometimes they just need to grow up with a normal unbothered childhood without, having that every time camera is in their faces. Some of them, they won't even have real friends, because you see some children, when they grow up, they start saying that, oh, they don't even know who is who. They don't have real friends, because everybody is just staring at them, just looking at them. Oh, should I talk to her? Should I talk to him? That kind of thing. I think for me, I feel that, parents should just allow their children to grow up as children. When they grow up, they should make their decision, or you can guide them. Okay, it's not every privacy that is secrecy. Some actors, they just keep their husbands off. You see, I know a lady act, a woman, she has never taken a picture of her husband to post it online. She does not post it. And people say, oh, you're hiding him. What is even there? This and that. Leave them. It's not every privacy that is secrecy. Some of them, you just want to protect it, because they are just, the best things that have happened to you in life. You just want to protect it. So, Osita, let's continue. It's just something that we just have to respect the decision of everybody, you know.
And to think about it, some people are actually very, very delusional. Some people are problematic. In fact, some people have behavioral problems. Imagine those people that do not know how to separate movies from reality. When they know that this particular actor, probably, let me use Patient also for example, the kind of role she plays in movies might become a thing of ridicule for her kids. If her kids are out there probably still growing up and in schools and stuff, believe it or not, people might start to ridicule their kids. You can see children actually. I watched a movie on and I saw your mommy. Your mommy is a very wicked woman. You're the child of a wicked woman and stuff like that. So I understand when you want to keep your private life private. I understand when you want to keep work, because there are, apart from being an actor, there are a lot of people that will tell you that the office remains in the office. If they are working in the banking sector, if they're working in any other industry that is not even entertainment, they would like to keep work at work. I know teachers, yes, as crazy as it sounds, Joy, I know some teachers that do not carry anything work related to their home. They finish everything in school there, and then when they go home to be at home. You understand that kind of setting? So also the baggage that comes with being a celebrity should not be imposed on your children. Like John rightfully said, you do not even know, you do not even know if this person wants to be online. You do not know if this person wants to be out there. There's every tendency that this person is very, very comfortable away from the limelight. Like I said, personalities are different. There are people that want to be famous, that want to be out there, that like the paparazzi and the fizzy that comes with being popular. While there are some people that are not comfortable in those spaces. There are some people that just want to be left alone. There are some people that do not want to have a camera on their face every single time. And as Joy rightfully said, you would start to imagine the number of friendship that will be built on opportunity. Yes, let me befriend this particular person so he can say me well to his father, Funnybone. I'm an upcoming comedian. I believe if I become her friend, if I become his friend, his father might decide to put me through or something like that. So privacy is not secrecy. And as long as that particular family is not complaining, please, let's be very guided. Let's be very, very guided. It would be very different if the family is complaining, if they're not comfortable with it anymore. But as long as they're not complaining, let us be very guided. As long as we are not telling you how to run your family, so also you should not tell other people the way to run their own family. The spouse is not complaining, the children are not complaining. Eventually, when they come up of age and decide exactly what they want to do, then it would be a different ball game entirely. It would be a different ballgame. I want to believe that Funnybone is popular now. He's a celebrity and he's keeping his wife and children off social media. There is an age that the child might reach. It get the age where the pikin go reach. There's a particular age that the child will get to, and this child will approach Funnybone and say, "Let's do something together. Let's collaborate." As in, push me. I want to tap from your publicity. Give me publicity. Push me. Put me out there. He go put her. So till that particular time come, let's just learn to respect people's opinion and decision as long as it doesn't affect you directly. That being said, we would leave that particular story and enter the very next story. Whitemoney is coming out to talk about the decrease in the dating pool, especially in Nigeria. Joy, knock me leg for teeth.
You see this thing where Whitemoney talk. See, some people are blaming white money, why some people are not. It's a normal thing. You hear some constructive criticism, you hear some harsh criticism, you hear people saying, oh, it's your fault, it depends on what you're looking for. But calm down. You all know white money. If you do not know him, well, that means you were not, in tune with former Big Brother Niger reality show winner Hazel Onyeze Onu, popularly known as White Money. Well, he is still single. In case you are ready to mingle, well, he is single, and he's worried that he is single at 35. Yes. I don't even think someone should be worried that the person is single at 35, but whatever, everyone with whatever, what works for them. Well, speaking in a recent video message shared via his social media page, the reality star said he's ready to settle down but waiting for the right woman. He said, I can't even lie. This is coming from White Money. He said he can't even lie, he's getting old, but the dating culture in Nigeria is something else. Where do they find good women? White Money is asking. He said a lot of Nigerian girls now, any small thing, billing, especially in Lagos, they don't care to ask what can we build. It's difficult to find the right woman nowadays. White Money is lamenting. So please, can you help White Money? Where are you watching us from? Please, can you help? Or do you want to apply? Yes, you can send a message here and we will help you forward it. Okay. We can even put in a good word for you. Okay. But fans had a lot of things to say about it because people say White Money said a lot of Nigerian girls now, any small thing, billing, especially in Lagos, they don't care to ask what can we build. And somebody is asking, White Money, have you asked her what can we build? Does she know if you're ready to commit or not? What attitude are you showing her? Are you showing her attitude of someone who wants to commit? Okay, or are you showing her attitude of somebody who feels that, oh, women plenty? It seems as if that's one that they come up for your body. The reason like that again. Now another fan said, people were, some people were saying, oh, that is also they are also in that, in that category. One man said, I don't even know if the person I'm dating needs love or help. Oh, well, okay. So another person said, if you avoid them and whole body, nobody will come and stand on your way and start billing you. But somebody is saying something that for them to bill you, that means something must connect between both of you before the billing will start, before the billing will come. If nothing is connecting the both of you, then why is somebody coming to bill you? Another person is saying, one lady was saying, just the way you have turned dating into sex, you will meet a lady today, tomorrow you won't do. Come on, why won't the billing enter? Okay. Now, somebody was a man said something. The man said you has a lot of respecting and it depends on what you are looking for. Okay, it depends on what you're looking for. Now, one man said something. The man said, I want to advise men. And the man said, the way women in a society behave in relation to dating is partly a reflection of men's idea of dating. If men don't believe money should be the driving force in dating, women won't start dating in that direction. Because if you give a woman one, she multiplies it for you. So if you come with, oh, you have money, you can do, you are coming with showing her that, oh, everything there, she start reasoning and thinking in that direction. Instead of coming for love, she start thinking about, oh, there is money, so let us talk money, because that is what you're showing her. Okay. Now another person said something. Another person said, today why they go say money na water? Tomorrow they complain say they bill am. God beg you dey. If you get money, spend money now. You get. But I don't think that dating should be all about money, because seriously, people are complaining that the concepts of dating, the way people see dating have changed now and all that stuff. At the end of the day, who are we to blame? It is ourselves that we will blame. Okay, it is ourselves. One person was saying, you people should repent and give your life to Christ. If you follow Christ, you go see a better woman. Well, everybody with whatever they choose to say, Another person saying better women fool everywhere, even in this Lagos, but then they are not your spec. Another person say you they find Gen Z bodies. Why better women there for your front, but they look there. A lot of people had a lot of things to say, but also that how do you see this? Because I don't know, I just want to how do you
White
see
money is called Igbo man, and Igbo men do not like spending their money on some kind of things. You understand? So money now water not be say you can't use billing finish me. Please, let's be very very guided. But then these issues that people are pointing out in dating. See, I have an idea. I'm trying to find out, but then I want to know: is this the way it has always been? Has these issues been in dating relationships from the get-go, or is it something that started recently? Are you trying to tell me that this billing of a thing was not there? That the billing just started recently? Is it that it has never been there? This issue of finding the right woman, is it something that started probably 2010, 2011? Has it always been there, but probably people did not shine much light on it as at then? And now it is everywhere because of the rise in the use of social media. Because it can't be like, say, if we're talking about
transmission, but what I is trying to ask me is this billing we're talking about, is it just starting now or has it been there since? Billing has been there. It depends on the way we see it. Okay. Somebody said something. A lady was advising. Somebody was advising get married. Billing will be inside the marriage because billing will also be there. Okay. You even as a person, just spend money on things. You spend money on yourself. You spend money on feeding every day. You spend money transportation, all those things. So there. When you get married, you know that you and your wife are working towards something. Your kids, or maybe if there's to and all that. Okay, so you're already about this feeling, what your mentality. Okay, he said, "Oh, I just met the lady, and she has told me, oh, my car has finished, my fuel has finished. There is no. I want to charge my electricity. This and that. Oh, my mom is this, my dad is this. Okay, the guy was like, we just started talking last week, and this week you're already with we are this, you this one, your data has finished, gas has finished, before you met him, did all these things not finish, or is this when you met him that all these things finish? Okay, so please, our fans, we want to hear from you. How do you see this? Because somebody said something that when you go into dating, okay, you need to be
into the light, let your soul define. We are FameIdols.
All right, we apologize for that break in transmission, but we're back like we never left. Now, talking about what Whitemoney said, I'm of the opinion that it's something that has been in existence for the longest of time, and truthfully, it is as a result of the way some people actually made dating to look like, made dating to seem. Because at this particular point, you notice that a lot of men do not want to be committed. A lot of men started pushing that money narrative from their own point. Yes, and ladies just kind of adapted. They just kind of, should I say, they took it that is the way it is supposed to be. They took it that, okay, since these men want to spend, let us allow them to spend. You understand that kind of thing? of the opinion that yes, what that fan said is not really far from the truth. Truthfully, a lot of people push that narrative and ladies just tend to adapt. But then, is spending the problem? Is billing the problem? I think the problem is when the billing or the spending is at the forefront. Please, in as much as a man is going to spend on you if he has, emphasis of if he has. Yes, he has to have the money first before he spends it on you. And secondly, he will spend it on
Okay, if he has, but for me, I am saying relationship, it should be defined. What are you going there? Okay, what are you doing in this relationship? What are we working towards? Okay, because one lady was saying, because you people, you guys have changed the narrative of dating. Is now once you're dating, we're not even talking about anything. You don't even know this lady, and the next thing you feel, oh, come, make we do. That is what the lady, another person said something, another person, oh, you meet her today, and tomorrow you are already doing, and you say she will not bill you. She will bill you because both of you have something in connection. If there's nothing connecting the both of you, why would she bill you? Okay, I'm not saying that, so you want is now exchange for money. Okay, one guy said that if nobody bill you, when you go in, okay.
Our sound from every corner, we stand our ground, creating the future, bold and bright. Together we turn dreams into life. Every brushstroke matters, every note you sing, every word you write, every vision you bring. It's not just talent, it's courage inside to keep on climbing with limitless pride. This is your calling, this is your flame, a place to be seen, a place to reclaim your power, your purpose, your fearless arms. Fame Idols is where it starts. We are Fame Idols, strong and free, dreamers and doers, we choose to believe. We rise above, we reach for more, together we open every door. We are Fame Idols, hear our sound, from every corner we stand our ground, creating the future, bold and bright. Together we turn dreams into life. No labels, just truth and fire, fueling the dream, lifting each other higher. You are enough, you are the spark, a masterpiece rising out of the dark. We are Fame Idols, voices soar, breaking the silence, building more. We rise above, we reach for more, together we open every door. We are Fame Idols, hear our sound, from every corner we stand our ground, creating the future, bold and bright. Together we turn dreams into life. No limits, no labels, just truth and fire, fueling the dream, lifting each other higher. You are enough, you are the spark, a masterpiece rising out of the dark. We are Fame Idols, we are Fame Idols, we are Fame Idols, and we rise.